What's up guys, Ranger here, and I'm back with another reaction and commentary video. This is to the 5th episode of MLP, which is Gauntlet of Fire. I apologize for being late with this, but just now getting the chance to do it. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Let me check my laptop here, because it's sideways. There we go. Okay, starting video on 3, 2, 1, click. Now, I already know that this is a spike-based episode. Okay, Rarity looks cute in that hat.
The last time I was here, I woke them and ended up with a mane full of bats. Thanks for being my basket holder, Spike.
Basket holder? I thought it was your bodyguard.
What? yes, that of course, too. Oh, for once I wish unicorn magic wasn't so luminescent. You'll wake the bats! Turn that off!
I can't!
Okay. So... okay then. Well. Okay, I surmise that's going to be explained this episode. Anyway. Yeah, I know this is a spike-based episode because, I've been seeing fan art of this episode appearing over on Derpy Brew, and some people just won't tag it, Split
so
Season 6, Episode 5.
We so rarely
relax
and just visit. There's usually some crisis we have to deal with. Some pony always needs our help. But today...
Twilight! There's something wrong with Spike! What's wrong?
I don't know. All of a sudden my scales just started glowing and burning.
Little is known about dragon culture, but this is a phenomenon we've seen before. It is the call of the Dragon Lord. Dragons glow whenever the Dragon Lord has need of them in the Dragonlands.
Great.
Okay.
How do I make it stop?
The only way to end the summons is to answer it. You must journey to the Dragonlands and see what is expected of you.
But the Dragonlands are full of dragons! And they're ghastly creatures! oh, not you, poor Spikey Wikey. But remember that rotten garble?
How could I forget? He would have burnt us to a crisp if you weren't there. If I had to go to the Dragonlands, would you two come with me?
Oh my goodness, I'd love to. We are sadly lacking any information on dragon culture and customs. I could research them, maybe even write an article. This could be my chance to make a great contribution to the knowledge of Equestria. And be there for Spike, of course.
Be very careful.
Good job,
the
Twilight.
Dragonlands are particularly dangerous for ponies. It would be wise to be discreet.
Ooh, I'm sure I still have the dragon costume we used the last
Oh
time
my
we
gosh,
stopped
continuity.
at the Dragonlands. I think we might want something a little more practical this
Yes.
time.
Really?
Well, it may be practical, but this disguise isn't flattering in the slightest. It's not supposed to be flattering. It's supposed to blend in. Shh.
Okay, first of all, it was great to be able to see Celestia and Luna there just kind of chilling and relaxing. Hey, it's these dudes again.
Look, it's our old friend Sparkle Warkle.
It's Spike.
Are you sure your pony friends didn't give you a pony name?
It's nice to see you too, Garble.
I didn't say it was nice to see you. It's not. I don't like you. Was I not clear about that?
This guy reminds me of YouTube comments.
Hey, that's my rock.
Oh, really? Then why aren't you sitting on it?
Yep, like YouTube comments. Hey! Whoa.
Dragons of Equestria, hear me! I have been Dragon Lord for longer than many of you can remember, and my reign has been extraordinary.
Why have you got the Legend of Zelda sprite following you?
With me.
Oh, that's not. Sorry. Okay, that's a nice dragon design for the female dragon on the bottom. Interesting design.
Who is that?
It's Dragon Lord Torch, dummy.
No, next to him.
That's his daughter, Princess Ember. I wouldn't even look at her if I were you, unless you want Torch to eat you.
This is fascinating. Dragons are notoriously reckless, but they do whatever the Dragon Lord says.
Unfortunately, according to dragon law, it is time for me to step down. Sad, I know. Be sad! This is why I have summoned you, to compete for the throne in the Gauntlet of Fire!
Okay, I like the title. It's funny, Ember, huh? That's the same name. No, I mean, I have had that.
Bloodstone scepter from the heart of the flame.
Dude, how big are you anyway?
Crowned Lord of the Dragons.
Like,
When the scepter disappeared, the dragon stopped glowing. We are learning so much.
uh-oh. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy!
Excuse me.
Ugh, you even sneeze like a pony.
The gauntlet is dangerous, for I designed it myself. Only dragons with my ferocity, strength, and determination will be able to finish. We will gather at the cliff when the sun is at its peak.
I don't want to be Dragon Lord or Dragon Toast, and I stopped glowing. So let's sneak out of here.
Where do you think you're going, little dragon?
I left my lights on in the parking lot. I'll be right back.
Hi, Your Lordship. I was just going home.
You don't get to leave unless
Oh, crap, he
I
is
say
big.
you can.
Dad, look at him. He's just a runt. Besides, he doesn't even want to compete. Let him go.
He is rather tiny. I could squish him with my pinky claw.
Nice to know. Thank you very much. I
That wasn't a
appreciate that.
joke, it
I'll
was
be
a
going
fact.
now. Thank you, bye.
When I want you to laugh, I will say, be amused.
Of course, Your Lordship. I guess I don't understand dragon customs. Another reason why I shouldn't compete.
Very well, little dragon. I release you.
Thank you. And thank you.
Pass.
Where do you think you're going?
To prepare for the gauntlet.
No, you're not. You're not much bigger than that runt I just sent home.
But I'm smarter than most of these boulderheads, and you know it.
I definitely agree with that
Smart
one.
won't help you win this gauntlet. It was designed for a big, strong dragon. to
Oh,
win,
I see where this
because
setup
it
is
takes
going.
a big, strong dragon to lead. Besides, I said no.
I hate when he does that.
First off, his complete ideology.
When I become Dragon Lord, I will make burps an official greeting.
Ha! You? Please. When I win, I will pillage Equestria for all their pillows. Why should these ponies be comfortable while we sleep on rocks?
That's nothing. When I'm in charge, the first thing I'll do is get revenge on those puny ponies. They'll regret they ever crossed Garble. We'll take whatever we want from Equestria and burn the rest.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I hope that burping dragon wins.
None of them can win. Equestria's in big trouble if any of them are in charge.
But what can we do?
There's only one thing to do, and only I can do it. I have to win the Gauntlet of Fire.
Okay, I really like the setup for this.
What do you mean you have to win the gauntlet?
It's the only way to protect Equestria from the dragons. You heard them. They have horrible plans for ponies if they win. So somehow, I have to do it.
There has to be another way.
It'll either be Spike or
Dangerous.
it'll be that other
Besides,
female
if you
dragon.
win, you'd have to stay here.
I know, but there's no other way to keep my friends safe.
Well, if you're staying to compete, then we're staying to cheer you on.
I love the design for this. And again, so many opportunities for Skyrim references. This guy looks like
I thought I released you, tiny
Breathanax.
one.
I've
Sorry.
decided to compete. I am a dragon after all.
Are you sure? You can't even fly.
All dragons are welcome to compete, but they do so at their own peril. Flying to Flame Kano Island is the first of many challenges you will face in your quest to find the Bloodstone Scepter.
Good luck. Just kidding. I hope you lose.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, Garble. I was planning on swimming anyway.
You can do it, Spike!
You didn't tell? What the heck? I know there's a name for, shoot, I know there's a name for those things, but I can't remember it off the top of my head, but wow, that design is
He's
cool.
gonna drown!
I don't think so. That's the daughter.
Hey, are you okay?
I do it. Called it.
Princess Ember!
What do you think you're doing?
Only saving your ungrateful scales.
Did that seaweed just talk?
Uh-oh.
Ponies? What are they doing here?
They're my friends.
Friends? Dragons don't do friends.
Well,
Okay,
this
I like her
guy
design
does.
and I also really like her voice.
Whatever. I don't care as long as none of you get in my way.
And I also like her attitude.
But I thought your dad said that...
I don't care what my dad said. I'll show him and every dragon who thinks I'm just some little princess there are better things than being big and strong.
Again, I like the setup for this. You so deserve that. You so deserve that.
Don't leave me here, Spike!
Yeah, you totally get that.
Haha, knew you'd do it. Your pony friends made you soft.
You're welcome.
Or what? I didn't say thank you.
Okay, I really like Spike's attitude.
Wow,
This.
you even smell like ponies. Or is it coming from over there?
That strawberry shampoo. Suave
That's
makes
just
a
me.
good brand.
I robbed some ponies on my way over here.
Huh, I like your style. Have I met you before? You kind of look
I
like...
do not ship these two.
My, old
I shipped
neighbor,
these two, yeah.
Sandy Rock Beach.
Stupid slingtails knocked me down. But I've wasted enough time making small talk. Get it? Because you're too small to win this. I'm funny.
Yeah, this guy reminds me also
Why'd you
YouTube
cut
comments.
it for me? You could have had one less competitor.
I could ask you the same thing. You could have told Garble about my friends.
Windhelm screw.
Yikes. That looks rough. But that's what makes it a challenge.
Are you kidding? Those boulders are huge. Hey, what if we work together? You fly me up there. and
Again,
I'll
I really like her
have
design.
boulders, like a second set of eyes.
Spike! Are you sure?
Where do you keep getting all these costumes?
Amber? You don't know her too well.
Just
I
get
did
a
know she
box,
could've told
just get a
Garble
cardboard
about you,
box
but
that
she
says the
didn't.
orange on it, and
I think we can
you'll be fine.
Her behavior does seem contradictory to everything I've noted about dragons so far.
Hey, you, little fella. I've thought about it, and your plan makes sense. Let's do it.
Really?
Again, I really like her
It's a
design.
deal.
Also like her voice, and I like her
Just so
attitude
you know, this
or her
doesn't mean we're
personality.
gonna pick flowers or exchange necklaces or whatever pony friends do.
Good luck. We'll meet you at the top.
And I also like the setup, like how like her father treats her like a princess. Everybody expects her pretty much to be that way, and he believes that you have to be big and strong to be able to actually achieve something. But it doesn't. It isn't all brawn
So what do we do now?
and
We
strength.
go through there.
I really like that concept.
Oh, that looks scary.
She has a lot more of a character. I mean, she's
Listen,
more in
Spike,
depth.
I wouldn't have made it this far without you. So I guess if you want to, we could keep working together. I mean, just until we get through that tunnel.
Yep, I ship him.
Okay.
We'll be right behind you.
And honestly, I'm not the only one who feels that way. I've been seeing the artwork. Oh! Interesting. You know, this could easily pass for a level in a game. Side-scrolling. Eat a Slim Jim, you'll be fine. Again, I shipped these two. Ooh, nice design.
You made it! Oh, we were so worried.
Again, how? How did you get through?
Cake.
Wait, how did you two get through?
I just... And it'll never be answered.
Rarity.
It'll never be answered.
Oh, thanks, Spike.
It was nothing.
Nothing? You just risked everything to save her. And they're putting themselves in danger just to support you.
Well, that's just what friends do. Don't you have anyone who looks out for you?
Not really. Unless I count you. Which I don't. Because we were only helping each other get through the tunnel. And now we're through the tunnel, so that's it.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, there's only one winner, one scepter, and one dragon lord. So, I guess it's every dragon for themselves.
Oh, so we aren't really friends?
Maybe if we were in Ponyland, but like I said, dragons don't do friendship.
I think it's also really cool how they're touching upon the ideology that things have always been a certain way, it has to stay that way, but it doesn't.
Can't believe Ember ditched me.
Oh, you're better off. She was only looking out for herself. She's just like all the other dragons.
No, there's a
She's
lot
not,
more
though.
to her
I know
character
it.
than that.
She saved me, even when she didn't have to. I don't care what she says. That makes us friends.
Is it just me, or have we seen this crevice 3 times already?
It's kind of hard to tell.
That's what happens
They
whenever you
all
live in a
same.
Scooby-Doo film.
Except for
series.
this one. Look! We made it! I can't believe I'm the only dragon to make it this far.
You're not.
Why am I not
I'm
surprised?
not losing to a puny pony-loving dragon like you.
Ah! We have to do something! Look!
Oh!
Ember! I thought it was every dragon for themselves! Why did you save me?
That's what friends do. And I am. I mean, we are. I never should have left you back there. Ah, please don't make me talk about my feelings.
What the?
Uh-oh. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap.
Spike!
Again, I love the atmospheric build here.
I'm sick and tired of you two helping each other. Dragons don't do helping.
These dragons do!
Oh yeah! That was so cool. That was cute.
Leave her alone!
What? You? You have a scepter? But
Yeah,
that
duh.
means that you're...
The Dragon Lord. Dragon Lord Spike.
Dragon Lord Spike.
That's right. Now go start your long journey home. And give every dragon you see on the way a hug. Don't tell them why.
Aw, but that'll be super embarrassing.
I command
Do
you
it.
to do it.
I can't believe this.
Dragon Lord Spike.
I was going to
Has a
command
nice
him to suck eggs.
Dragon Lord Ember. Sounds a lot better.
What? No, you're the Dragon Lord now.
The Dragon Lord is whoever brings the scepter back to your father. Besides, you'll make a great leader. I was just doing this to protect the ponies. But I know you'll protect them just as well as I would have.
You sure about this?
Absolutely. My home is in Equestria with my friends.
Well, you'll have at least one friend here too. What are you doing?
It's called a hug.
Oh, I don't know if I like it. But, okay.
Aww.
Okay.
Ember? You?
I know you didn't think I could do it, but I did.
I expressly told you not to do it, because you're not...
I'm not big and strong. I know. But you know what? I won anyway. So maybe it takes more than just being big and strong to be a good dragon.
It takes
lord.
more than brawn. It also takes brain, too.
I was wrong, Ember. You might not be big, but you are strong and smart, and perhaps that counts for more than I thought. And you will make an excellent leader.
Thanks, Dad. Agree with him! Just kidding. That's not gonna be my thing.
Dragons, hear me! I present to you our new Dragon Lord, Ember! What is the meaning of this?
I can't tell you.
You did well, Spike. With Ember as Dragon Lord, the ponies will be safe, and you've gained us a powerful ally.
And a new friend.
Plus, Ember said I could write to her anytime I had questions about dragon culture. With this much information, I'll be able to write a whole book on dragons.
And I gained tons of ideas for a new line of camouflage clothing. I think I'll call it Camel Mod.
Okay, that'll work. Okay. Okay, who did the voice for Ember? Dang it. Oh, dang it, I didn't get to see. I think it was with, Kathy Westluck or Tab at the St. Germain. I think. I didn't get to see completely. The credits were going too fast. Okay. First, let me confirm. Hold it! No, you don't. You're not going away yet. Voice. Layout artists. I think I might have moved a bit too far ahead here. Here we go. Freak pause. Oh, shoot. Sometimes I hate this default player. You can't just click on the screen and it. Pause. Oh, okay, different voice. Allie Milner. Okay. Yeah, well, I have to say, she did a fantastic job. Allie Milner did a fantastic job. Okay, I have to say, this episode exceeded my expectations. I did not go into this episode with high expectations because I knew that it was a Spike-centered episode, and so I was pretty wary about this episode from the get-go because I wasn't sure if this was actually going to be an episode that gave Spike a good opportunity to shine with his character, or if it was going to be like a few of the other times that episodes has had him as a central character of focus, and the writing for his character didn't exactly work in his favor. It made him seem more of a nuisance than an actual character. This episode, I have to say, in terms of the Spike development, blew every single other prior episode pretty much out of the water that focused on him. Now, there have been some really good Spike moments before, but to actually have an episode center on Spike, the only other good episode was the episode that this pretty much was a continuity to, focusing on where I forgot the name of the episode, but where Spike ended up going to the Dragonlands before. That was a pretty good episode for Spike's character as well, because it kind of also focused on, besides focusing on his development as a character, it did touch upon relatable topics in like peer pressure and things like that, making your own moral judgment and such. And so that was probably for me that was the only other good Spike episode. This episode, I have to say, was really good because it really showed development with his character. I think it also showed maturity and growth as well. That has come quite a long way since Season 1. I think it also showed, in Season 2, I think it really showed that. And so I have to say, this episode definitely surpassed my expectations, which I had very low expectations, but it really surpassed that. And I have to say, this episode was better than what I initially thought it was going to be. as mentioned, I wasn't expecting this episode to really give... I was not expecting this episode to give Spike a really good chance to shine as a character. I was honestly afraid that this was going to be another episode where it didn't paint him in a good light. But I was pleasantly surprised that this episode actually gave him more of a chance to shine, focused on him as an actual character, and showed that development with his character. I was really glad that this episode actually did that. And so, as a Spike episode, I have to say this did a really good job for that. Now, there's other things as well to talk about in this episode, and I'm just going to talk about them one at a time. It was also another thing, we haven't seen Spike and Rarity working together with anything since, what was it, season 1? Before the Diamond Dogs episode, A Dog and a Pony show, I think it was. So it was interesting to be able to see them working together again, even though it was just brief, but still it was there. A really interesting callback. It was also really cool to be able to see Celestia and Luna. Two things. Number one, it was really cool to be able to see Celestia and Luna actually just kind of chilling as sisters. And there was that moment right there where Celestia made the mention that anytime that they're together or they're there, some ponies are always in trouble. And it was really cool that they were just kind of kicking back and relaxing and just kind of trying to just mellow out. And then of course Rarity comes running in, and so I mean that look on their faces, that look on their faces is one both of panic, and for Luna it's like, I mean I can kind of picture like the mental interactions with these two. Luna like, you done goofed, and Celestia's like, oh crap, why'd I have to open my big mouth? You know, something like that. I mean, it just kind of paints that picture in my mind for them in this scene here. It's just really comical, and then again, it was also really cool to be able to see them there, and I mean, actually out of Canterlot in Ponyville, just chilling with Twilight. Really cool. And then Twilight's little sort of book, little adorable nerdy self just kind of kick into overdrive, and especially in front of Celestia. And Celestia just kind of standing there with the expression like she's seen Twilight do this before. She's just like, okay then. It was really cool and really hilarious for that. It was also, thank you. It was also a really good episode as well, because we also got to go back to the Dragon Lands. We also got a continuity callback with Rarity and Twilight trying to masquerade as something else. And again, the only character that isn't here present is Rainbow Dash. But again, we also got the call. But first of all, it was really great to be able to see the Dragonlands again, to be able to see this area again, and to see them return to the dragons. And I know a lot of people have been wanting them to come back in the series, and so it was really interesting for it to actually happen. And then we got the callback of the characters, these dragon bullies as well. I don't know their names. Garble, I think, was the red one. I don't know the names of the others. A callback to them as well, having them return. And I really enjoyed the interaction between Spike and them, because, again, like I said, for like Garble, it was just like a typical bully, trying to use any means necessary to bring you down. Spike just had Spike had the attitude that I think would better benefit a lot of people in regard to that situation. Instead of feeling offended or something, just sort of, get sarcastic back. And so I really enjoyed Spike's interaction with Garble here, and how that Spike didn't exactly take any crap from him. He didn't let what Garble said bring him down. I mean, he got upset sometimes, yes, but he never actually let it drive him to the point of wanting to beat the guy's face in. So, again, I really enjoyed Spike's interaction with him, and I'm really glad that Spike was written that way in this episode. I'm really glad for that, because, again, it added more depth and more character to him, and it also was a relatable scenario, and I'm really glad that it actually played out that way, and that Spike had that opportunity. Now, again, we also got to see some other background dragons here, but we also got we were also introduced to a new character, Ember, and I have to say it's pretty it's pretty hilarious because anytime that I think of the name Ember, I happen to think about my OC. So now my OC is named Ember, and this dragon's named Ember. Was not expecting that. But again, I really like Ember's design. Hey, quit clawing on the door. I mean on the wall. Quit clawing on the wall. Quit clawing on the wall. What are you looking at? What? What are you doing? Yeah. I really liked Ember's character. I have to say, I really liked her character. I liked her character design. I loved her character design. I loved the voice of the character, and I loved the personality that they gave her character. It was a bit, at least what I would describe, it was an interesting character development because she's portrayed as a character. I really liked her character because it was portrayed in a... TV, what are you doing? Yeah, I really liked her character because it was really cool that she was portrayed. I really love that concept. I actually I liked that father-daughter relationship that she had with her dad. Now, it's something that I've seen before in terms of the daughter wanting to prove herself to her father and gain his respect and have like a broader idea of what she was, of who she was. It's not the first time that I've seen that play out, but I'm really glad that they introduced it. I think it's really cool. Where'd he go? Hey, what are you doing? I think it's really interesting that they introduced that here and had it play out in MLP. That's a general area where I never imagined that, you could really never imagine that sort of thing would exactly play out. There could have been other opportunities, with the ponies, but it was really cool to be able to see it actually play out here. And again, I really liked Ember's character and how that she was actually portrayed. I really liked her personality, and she had her own. You could sort of sense within her the concept that she was also mentally and emotionally struggling. She was also mentally and emotionally struggling with the ways that the dragons were supposed to be. And she had her own beliefs and thoughts on that. She felt sort of bound and restricted in terms of that. And there was a sense of regret, that she also regretted the way that they were supposed to be. And then you also see that in her that she also felt lonely, and Spike becoming the first actual friend that she actually had. And Davey, what are you doing? Spike becoming the first actual friend that she had, and instead of letting that concept of, she didn't turn out to be a villain, and so I'm really glad for that. And again, I really liked her character. I really liked her personality and the way that they designed her character, the way that they designed the character's mentality, her ideals and things. I really liked that design. It was really fitting of her, and I really liked that. And then the voice actress just really helped to emphasize the character's personality. It did a really great job. I have to say, she did a fantastic job. And then we also got to, it was the concept of the belief that it took Braun to be able to win. That, and that's a very, very realistic, that's a very realistic ideology. That some people also, I've seen that kind of concept play out a couple times before as well in other media, where the initial belief was that it was brawn or something, or strength, that could actually win, but it turned out it wasn't just that. That there was another way of being strong, that there was having a strong will, strong determination, and that fire, that burning fire within you to succeed. And so it was really cool to be able to see that play out again and show that. And also, I really also like that she was a smaller character, and it kind of helped again to emphasize that you don't have to be big and strong to actually succeed. And it kind of makes me think about Mulan in terms of that, in terms of how that the story and the moral was. But again, I really liked how that played out. I'm really glad that they went the path that they did with that. And I also think it was cool at the end how that the Dragon Lord realized that he had made a mistake and he had judged his daughter differently. That he had judged his daughter differently, and that he hadn't treated her the way that she should have been treated. And so again, it was really cool. I really enjoyed that. The father-daughter interaction there and everything was just really, really good. It was really cool, and I'm really glad that they did that. It was really, really well done. And then we also got to see some other mythological creatures here, and again we got to see moments following through with Spike and Garble's interaction, and again I really like their interactions with each other. And it was also really cool to be able to see. I actually wondered myself. Another thing, right, was Ember seeing Spike sacrifice himself and risk his life to save those that he cared about. And so, I mean, it was that moment where, I mean, it was a moment of realization for her, and seeing just, you know, how friends really were, and, you know, something that she wanted was friendship. And so again, I really like how that played out. And that moment where she slings Garble over top of her, I really liked that. I really liked that. I have to say, that was just really awesome. The design for that particular scene was really well done, and it was really cool to be able to see her just like go into a complete battle mode and just throw the guy over top of her. And again, I really like that for her character. Really well done. I really like that. And then, like I said, I also wondered if there was a moment where I thought actually that Spike might possibly give the scepter to Ember and make her the leader. I wondered that if he was going to tell her for her to take it, and she does, or if he takes it and then gives it to her. I wasn't sure how that was going to play out, but I figured either would be a good either would be a pretty good outcome. But I'm really glad that they did that again, and that they actually. It was really cool with her personality at the end, breaking away from the old traditions and styles of the Dragon ways, and starting anew, writing a new chapter in that book. And so again, it was really cool how that played out. And then this interesting little ending scene of the characters walking on a more rounded platform. I haven't seen that in a long time in like cartoons. It's been done before, but it was really cool to be able to see that. It probably doesn't have the same effect as having like a complete flat background. But again, I just really liked it. I have to say it was unique for an ending scene, but it worked. And so again, I really love the story for this, and the things that I love most, I have to say, about this episode. Number one, I'm really glad that Spike finally got a really good episode and a chance to shine as a character. I'm really glad for that. And some people have pointed out before that Spike is normally at his best whenever he's more of a side character, like in the Crystalline on the train at the end of the episode, whenever he makes some mention to Twilight, I believe, about there are some things that Starlight Glimmer has to learn on her own, and Twilight has to step back and let her learn that there's some things that she can't teach her. And so again, it was it was a very truthful statement of her, and a very intellectual one. And again, it was moments like that made Spike shine. But those only happen in episodes where he wasn't a central character of focus. And this time, Spike was a central character of focus, and I have to say this was a really well written episode for his character. And again, we got to see some different, we got to see some new backgrounds, we got to see brand new character introduced, and again, I really liked how that they played that out with the whole concept of it isn't always about brawn, and it takes brains and determination and sometimes a different idea of what things need to be, of how they are, in order to actually succeed. And so I'm really glad that they went that way with that story and played that out. And like I said, it brought to mind again that father-daughter relationship and how Ember wanted to succeed, and she felt restricted by her father's ideas, his own beliefs in what the dragons were, what they should do, and she wanted to get the scepter herself to prove to her dad that she could do it, that there was that there was more to her than what he initially perceived. And I mean, and she worked with Spike. She learned about friendship. She learned about that teamwork and everything. And I think it opened up a new thing for her. She wasn't fully open up to it. Like, she wasn't exactly willing to hug him at the end, but you know, it's sort of something that she has to break into. She slowly has to actually adapt to something that she's never done before. But again, I really like the concept for that. I really like the story. The story was really great. And again, this was a great episode for Spike as well. And so, like I said, this episode really exceeded my expectations in terms of its story and in terms of being a Spike-centered episode. I was not expecting it to be this good. I was not, I have to say. I was honestly expecting there to be more moments where, I was honestly expecting moments where Spike was going to be more of a nuisance than an actual character, but I was pleasantly surprised that this time he was actually portrayed in a more positive nature, in a more positive light, and gave more depth and personality to his character. And like I said, I can see more of, to me personally, I can see more of a maturity in Spike now than what there was before. And so I'm really glad for that. I'm glad that hopefully this will be, hopefully this episode will be a starting point, will be a launching pad for future good Spike episodes, where Spike can be a central character of focus and have really good writing. And like I said, I know some people can agree that the episodes where he was a central character of focus before was not his best episodes. I know quite a few people can actually agree with me on that. And and again, I know that those episodes portrayed more of his flaws, and that every single character has flaws. But at the same time, I feel that his flaws were too greatly exploited in those episodes. If one could say that those episodes were more about Spike's flaws, then I think they exploited them too much. But like I said, I'm really glad that this time that it showed development with Spike. It showed development with his character. It showed more to him, and so I'm really glad for that. And I have to say, this was a really, really good episode. A lot better than what I actually originally believed. So again, to everybody that worked on this episode, Hasbro, the HX, thank you guys so much. This is a really good Spike episode. So to the writers especially, thank you so much for giving Spike a really good personality and really good character this episode. And hopefully, like I said, this will be the starting point for future good Spike episodes. So again, thank you to everybody for this really great episode. And again, I know some people have been requesting that I do this episode, so hopefully, I want to hear your thoughts about this episode as well. What you thought about the characters, about Spike in this episode, and also hopefully be able to watch other people's reactions to this episode as well. So thank you guys again for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next episode that I do. Take care.